Hello, in this video, I'll explain to you with actual video how easy it is to fail the DWI Standardized Field Sobriety Test. Hey folks, I'm Andrew Williams, and this is another edition of the Fedora Lawyer. I'm a board certified criminal defense attorney, and I have almost 30 years of trial experience behind me. On this channel, I share my experiences with you to give you a better understanding of the law and maybe use it to your benefit. If you're ever stopped for a traffic violation and the officer thinks you've been drinking and driving, the officer will very likely ask you to do some field sobriety tests. And believe it or not, they are surprisingly easy to fail. For this video, I'm going to walk you through the field sobriety test, just two of them though, the walk and turn and the one-leg stand. I'm certified to administer the standardized field sobriety test. I've taken the same course every officer throughout the United States is required to take and pass. Now, I'll go over all the clues for you. I'll tell you what the officers are trained to look for, the total number of clues possible, and the number of clues it takes to fail the test. These are the only tests certified by the National Traffic Highway Safety Administration. They're always administered in the same standardized way every single time. The HGN, which is the eye test, comes first, then the walk and turn, then the one-leg stand. Always in that order, always standardized. Everybody does it the same way every single time. Okay, so let's get started. The next test after the HGN test or the eye test is the walk and turn. Now, the officer begins by instructing you to stand with your left foot on an imaginary line. Then he instructs you to put your right foot in front of your left foot, directly in front of it, touching heel to toe. Now, you're instructed to stay in that position while the officer continues giving you the rest of the instructions.
Next test we're going to do is called the walk and turn test. Stay in that position until I tell you to move, okay?
This is what they call the instruction phase of the test. If your feet break apart during this phase of the test, that's considered clue number one. If you start the test before the officer tells you to start, that's clue number two. So the two clues you're looking for in the instruction phase are whether your feet break apart and whether you start too soon. The officer continues with the instruction. You take 9 heel-to-toe steps down the imaginary line, counting out loud, touching heel to toe on every step, keeping your hands to your side. And on the 9th step, you leave your left foot on the line and take a series of small pivoting steps, turn around, and take 9 steps back.
I'm going to demonstrate the test to you before you do it. You're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps down this white line like so. I'm only going to do 3 steps, but you're going to do 9. Walk down the line, heel-to-toe steps. Once you get to 9, turn around while still standing on the line and come back down the line.
The clues for this part of the test, or this phase of the test, are you don't touch heel to toe. That's one clue. You stop before the test is done. You step off the line, you use your arms for balance, you take the improper number of steps, or you make an improper turn. There's 6 clues on that part of the test. Those 6 clues, along with the first 2 clues in the instruction phase, total 8 clues. It only takes 2 out of those 8 clues to fail the test. That's right, 2 out of 8 and you failed. You could actually fail the test before you even do it. If your feet break apart or you start too soon, or both of them, you've already failed the test. You haven't even started yet and you failed it. And that's the walk and turn test. Then comes the one-leg stand test. The officer in this test instructs you to stand with your feet together, your arms by your side. He will then tell you to raise one foot or the other off the ground, your choice. Raise your foot about 6 inches, point your toe, look at your foot, and count 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004 until he tells you to stop. This is a 30-second test, but the officer doesn't tell you that. He just tells you to keep on counting until he tells you to stop.
Last test we're going to do is called the one-leg stand test. Stay in that position until I tell you to move, okay? When I instruct you to, you're going to pick up whichever leg you choose. You're going to look at it and count out loud. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, and so on until I tell you to stop.
Now, the clues the officer is looking for on this test, whether you sway, you hop, you use your arms for balance, or you put your foot down. And you fail this test if you exhibit 2 clues. Only 2 clues on either test, and you fail. If you do the walk and turn and the one-leg stand, and you show 2 clues on both those tests, off to jail you're going to go. Even if you haven't had anything to drink, you can still fail the test.
Well, at this point, you're under arrest.
All right, I hope this information was helpful. If it was, hit the like button for me. If you need more information like this, you can also visit my website at fedoralawyer.com. For now, this is the Fedora Lawyer signing off.